From the gateway to the black belt of Alabama, this is P9, and I'm about to take a walk through downtown Eutaw, get a vibe of the city, learn some history, all that good stuff. You know the drill. So without further ado, let's get into it. Let's go. What's going on, everyone? This is P9 with another vlog, and I am here in the city of Eutaw, Alabama, aka the gateway to the black belt. Now, Eutaw, pronounced similarly to the state of Utah, is a city in Greene County, and it's also the seat of Greene County. So we're over here by the Greene County Courthouse, right here in the downtown area of Eutaw. Now, named for the Battle of Eutaw Springs that took place during the American Revolution, as well as the Eutaw Formation, a feature that undertakes parts of Alabama, Georgia, and Mississippi that is greatly exposed at the surface near the city. So it's basically named for a rock formation, as well as the Battle of Eutaw Springs, settled around 1819 and originally called Mesopotamia. The Greene County seat was in Erie until flooding and disease plagued the town, causing the seat to be moved right here to Eutaw. So as you can see right here, there goes the water tower for Eutaw, the gateway to the black belt. There's Eutaw City Hall. We'll get over there a little later. But this is the Chamber of Commerce, Greene County. And they have this marker in honor of Earlene Isaac, Alabama and Greene County's first black female probate judge, who was elected June 1988 and retired August 2016. Judge Isaac served the citizens of Greene County with unwavering dedication and professionalism for over 45 years. Job well done. Salute to Earlene Isaac. He's honored right outside this Greene County probate office. Well, at least it used to be the probate office. It's now the Chamber of Commerce. But the probate office building was erected in 1856. As you can see, there goes the probate judge at the time, W.C. Oliver, as well as his commissioners. And this is right here on Main Street. Now, Eutaw at one point in time was the commercial center of the cotton and shipping industry due to its proximity to the Black Warrior River. Those rivers are always very important and optimal to cotton production. And we have this marker in commemoration of Thomas Earl Gilmore Sr. And on this site on January 1971, Thomas Earl Gilmore Sr. was sworn in as sheriff of Greene County. Mr. Gilmore was the first African-American sheriff in the county's history and served 3 consecutive terms until he retired from local politics. Gilmore, a native son of Forkland, worked tirelessly against Jim Crow laws. He was beaten, arrested, and jailed in Greene County during the struggle for human and civil rights. And among the youngest in the country, he initially sought the office in 1966 at the tender age of 24. But due to voting irregularities, the election was encumbered in courts until after the election in 1970. Recruited by members of Dr. King's SCLC staff, Gilmore was inspired to adopt a nonviolent philosophy. He will forever be remembered as the sheriff without a gun, and dedicated on the 12th of October 2013 by the Greene County Commissioner. Salute to Mr. Thomas Gilmore Sr. Wow, first black sheriff of Greene County. Well, that's saying a lot. That's a huge accomplishment for sure. and a county older than the state itself. So there's another one of these counties that's older than the state of Alabama. It's Greene County, named for Revolutionary hero General Nathaniel Greene, who drove British from southeast. But the area was explored by De Soto 1540 and claimed as French Louisiana 1699, ceded to England 1763, ceded by the Choctaw Nation in 1816, and made a territorial county in 1819. And Eutaw County seat, named for Greene's victory at Eutaw Springs, South Carolina, as we mentioned earlier. So Eutaw has shifted hands numerous times throughout its history between different empires. And across there's a few buildings. They got, including the Greene County Board of Registrars. They have the Main Street Grill right here at the end, and Ruby's Restaurant in between. And across the street right here at this intersection, you have the William McKinley Branch Courthouse, built in 1993. And there goes a Spiller Furniture and Mattress. I don't know if you guys can recall from the Greensboro vlog, but there's a Spiller Furniture that closed down in May of 2026, so just a couple of months ago. So there's one right here that sits next to this pharmacy called Mills Pharmacy, as you can see. But I didn't want to gloss over this building right here, which is a designated landmark on the Greene County Historical Society. This is the Greene County Grand Jury Building, as you can see right here. Now, this building was erected in 1842, and at the time, probate judge was Sydenham Moore, commissioners Simon Maxwell, William P. Gold, J.J. Harry, and John Nelson. So this is the Greene County Grand Jury Building, still standing after, like, we're talking about 180 plus years, still standing. So almost 2 centuries. Wow. As you can see, it's the side of Greene County Courthouse. Now, I wonder if that's the current county courthouse right there that's actually being used, and if it's replaced this courthouse. We're about to find out in a minute, because this courthouse doesn't even look like it's being used. But this is just from this vantage point. Maybe if we go around front, maybe we'll get more clarity. So they have a lot of smaller buildings that sit right on the courthouse property. This is the Greene County Library, or at least it served as a Greene County Library, erected 1931. Probate judge L.H. Montgomery at the time. And here were all the commissioners. So this building right here is almost 100 years old, 95 years old to be exact. Pretty nicely maintained. Here you see the balcony right there, a little small balcony. And that Banks and Company building right there was actually established in 1889. It has that red, kind of like that light red, bright red painting on it. And check this out. Matter of fact, let me go ahead and walk over here across this street. It's Alpha Insurance. Check out the storefronts over here. This is the King and Queen Cantina. Okay, they got a Mexican spot downtown Eutaw. Sits across from that old library. Yep, the King and Queen Cantina. Nice little decor out here. Of course, the string lights. I'm a huge fan of the string lights. You know, they have some outdoor tables out. And this is the Tom Smith building. Thomas Clinton Smith, who was born in North Carolina, had a notable career as a fashion designer in Atlanta and New York. Later moved to Utah, where he became a respected civic leader. Tom chaired the Greene County Historical Society for many years, and this building was dedicated and made in loving memory by his widow, the Honorable Sheila Hand Smith, and his loyal friend, J.W. McFarland Jr. So RIP to Mr. Tom Smith building, or Mr. Tom Smith, let me say, excuse me, Thomas Clinton Smith. So he was a fashion designer in two big cities like Atlanta and New York. And he came to move to the small town of Eutaw. That's pretty cool. Move from big cities to this small town. And this building has a for rent sign. This one's vacant as well. This storefront is vacant. So potential opportunity for those, for those stores or those companies that might want to set up shop right here in the small town of Eutaw. Looks like a pretty charming town. Looks like a pretty nice place to operate a business. Let me go down this way. The Greene County Democrat. So this is the publication right here in Greene County. An abandoned spot. There used to be a jewelry store. Woman to Woman Empowerment Center. Okay. And they have this, what looks like a theater, an old theater. Right here. Free movies every Friday at 6 p.m. Then you have this banner celebrating the life and legacy of Bishop Luke Edwards, January 6, 1926 to June 16, 2025. And this is the old Renaissance Theater. And you have the U.S. Post Office right here. A couple of locals passed by and waved at me, by the way. It's pretty cool. And you have this abandoned house right here. That'll be, I'm interested in, I want to know what they're going to do with that building, with their house. Looks like with a good restoration, it could be a nice little, I don't know, like a little restaurant. Some people use those type of those type of houses and make like little bed and breakfast, or at least some type of little small town southern restaurant, something like along those lines. And you have the Merchants and Farmers Bank right here. Shout out to the farmers. But yeah, post office right across the street. Not a ton of economic activity so far that I've seen here in Eutaw, but a few little spots are open. So that's cool. Some vacant storefronts. I got a barbershop across the street, the Steel Cutting Barbershop. So, yeah. So far, so cool. Downtown Eutaw. Continue down Main Street. Some more empty storefronts. You have this Eutaw e-tax center. So there used to be a tax servicing right here. They do have this cleaners establishment, Holiday Cleaners. They're still open. Looks like some type of smoothie shop right here. Ice cream and smoothie shop. Huh. They're closed right now, but they're still open overall. Still a functional establishment. They have a tire shop across the street. Tire and a flower shop all rolled into one. I've never seen that type of combination before. We have an appliance store across the street. BE Electrical Supplies. Furniture Plus. Your U-Haul trailer right here. Couple more abandoned spots over here. Y'all check this out. This wooden sign from Leo's Coffee. It says, "I need a little coffee and a latte, Jesus." I know that's right. Some of us can use a little bit of both. Yeah, said I need a coffee, a latte, and Jesus. Over here at the side of the Greene County Courthouse, which was erected in 1869 at the time when A.R. Davis was the probate judge. So 1869 is when this courthouse was built, and it doesn't look like it's used anymore as in regards to people going to it. So it looks like they have a more modern courthouse that we saw earlier at the intersection. But I'm over here by this beautiful fountain that sits over here by the courthouse. As you can see right here. And you have this monument that has the quote, "Above and beyond the call of duty." This was erected by the Eutaw Chamber, Greene County Commission, and the Green Track 2011. And it's honoring Matthew Leonard, who is a sergeant first class of the U.S. Army, B Company, 1st Battalion, 16th Infantry, 1st Infantry Division. He was born right here in Eutaw, Alabama, and awarded the Medal of Honor for gallantry at Soi Da, South Vietnam. While under attack, Sergeant First Class Leonard charged an enemy machine gun and, even though wounded, continued to command his men until his death. The Medal of Honor was awarded on December 19th, 1968 by President Lyndon B. Johnson. So you talking about valor and bravery, courage. That pretty much embodies Matthew Leonard. Wow, charged the enemy machine gun. Yeah, that's a lot of bravery, a lot of guts. RIP to him, salute to him, and wow. And beautiful flowers though, right here. And these flowers are in this fountain right here. Was commissioned in 2005, and it was in memory of Alberta Hall Hughes, who lived to almost be 100. She was 97 years old. She was an educator, humanitarian, civic, and spiritual leader right here in Eutaw. So shouts out to Miss Alberta Hall Hughes, who this fountain is dedicated to, outside of the historic Greene County Courthouse. And you also have this memorial right here in honor of all who served their country in World War I, World War II, the Korean conflict, and Vietnam. And this was erected in 1987 by the loved ones and friends of the veterans of Greene County. So this collectively is an honor for the Greene County soldiers. As you can see, you got the Alabama Power Building across the street, the Harris Building that was built in 1908. It has like an auto parts store called Brownlee Auto Parts. You have a community service program of West Alabama Building, as well as the Federal Credit Union of Greene County, or FOGG. So not a whole lot going on over there, but they have a couple of buildings open. So I'm at the corner of Prairie Avenue and Main Street. Let me go ahead and cross over this way. So this was a Greene County dispatch building, communication building, right here. Construction equipment right here. Citizens Trust Bank. So that building over there is the USDA Service Center. They also have a church over there at the corner down that way. You have the Eutaw Christian Church right here. So yeah, this is the USDA Service Center. So they have the U.S. Department of Agriculture right down here in Eutaw. It's pretty cool. They have that that service. And they also have the Board of Education building for Greene County in this building. Old Eutaw Baptist Church Activity Center, AKA the station. Station in memory of Leanne Livingston, 2012. So it's an old Baptist church, or at least an old building. I don't know if it was, yeah, it looks like, it said it was the activity center. So I don't know if that was the actual church building or just a wing of the church. But within a couple of blocks radius, there are quite a few church buildings. Welcome to the Deep South. Alabama in the midst of the Bible Belt. This is Eutaw's Baptist Church. This church was organized in 1841. Eutaw Baptist Church. Morning worship at 11 a.m. Sunday schools 9:45. You see the sign right here, Eutaw Baptist Church, in memory of Miss Olivia Lucius Cross by her family. They even have an auto shop over there called L&J's Auto Sales. It sits at this corner. And this actually is US Highway 11 going this way. It's going southbound. I'm not quite sure what that building is right there, but it looks like an old abandoned mansion. Another one of Greene County's buildings. This is the First Presbyterian Church right here, where Ron Smith is the current pastor. Eutaw's First Presbyterian Church. Says some info about the First Presbyterian Church right here in Eutaw, which was erected in 1851. D.B. Anthony, the contractor, organized by the Tuscaloosa Presbyterian in 1824 as Mesopotamia Presbyterian Church. John H. Gray was the first minister between 1826 and 1836, so a 10-year stretch. And the educational building erected in 1859. So, yep, the First Presbyterian Church. Very historic building here in Eutaw. And again, I wonder what this building was right here, that mansion. It looks like a old mansion. Maybe at one point in time, it was, yeah, it looks like it could have been a mansion. It's 2 stories. I'm pretty sure it wasn't the courthouse. Perhaps maybe it was even a library at one point in time. It's an old historical building still sitting there unoccupied. Walking down Main Street, which is where I will finish this vlog right here in Eutaw, Alabama. And this right here used to be a motor company called Langham Small Motors. So they had a motor manufacturing spot right here in Eutaw. It's pretty cool. Obviously it's abandoned and sits there vacant. But these are considered like historical landmarks in the town. Apparently this building is too. Apparently they have what's called a Bayou Blue Cajun Bistro. So they have a Cajun seafood spot right here. It's pretty cool. And it's open, by the way. I'm pretty sure that food will be hitting the spot. Now this is the city hall. So the city hall for Eutaw houses the police department, municipal court, also the water department. And this marker right here just gives you an idea of Eutaw, Alabama. Now I did go over some of this, so this is kind of like a summary of or recap what I mentioned earlier about the background of Eutaw, Alabama, which is named the gateway to the Black Belt and county seat of Greene County. Now, Eutaw or Greene County citizens in 1838 voted to change the town seat from Erie to Eutaw, and the city of Eutaw, Alabama was incorporated as a town by an act of the state legislature on January 2nd, 1841. As mentioned earlier, Greene County had been named for General Nathaniel Greene, and the name Eutaw was chosen to commemorate the Battle of Eutaw Springs fought in South Carolina in 1781, the battle in which General Greene defeated the British. Since the county had been named for him, the people chose to name the town after his famous victory. The word Eutaw comes from the Aborigines language characterizing the South Carolina Indians as the Highlanders or the Hill Dwellers. The prospered town was surveyed and laid out by Robert G. Quarles in December 1838. In August 2000, Raymond Steele was elected as the first African-American mayor of Eutaw. Okay, that's what's up. So we had Raymond Steele, the first elected mayor of Eutaw. And we had the brother who became the first elected sheriff back in the civil rights era. Can't think of his name right now. But at this part of the video, I'll put it in the caption when I edit. But yeah, this is the Welcome to Eutaw mural. And this is by Banks Compton, by the way, our good friend Banks Compton, who's done plenty of murals in the Black Belt, specifically Linden. Linden, he was hitting the jackpot with the murals in Linden. But yeah, Banks Compton did this mural. It has the landscape, the deer, the turkey, as you can see right here. We get a close up, and the vegetation. And I don't know if that, yeah, that's like either a creek or a stream, probably a stream, river, something along those lines. It's one of those bodies of water that flows through nature and the skies and the trees. It's really dope, really nice artwork. It really sets a serene landscape right here in Eutaw, Alabama, part of the Alabama Mural Trail. So shout out to Banks Compton. He did that piece in 2024. Greene County Board of Registrars. Joy Taylor and Associates, real estate professionals. Okay, so Joy Taylor has a real estate company right here, realtor, based here in Eutaw. And you have Tanjula Carey, who's running for the Greene County District Judge. I think it's Tanjula Carey. I'm not gonna lie, it's a nice looking sister. You guys see her. Hope she wins. But we gotta vote, people. We gotta vote based on qualifications and are they good for the job. Us men can't just go off our flesh and vote for them because they look good. Ruby's Restaurant, Main Street Grill. Okay. Pretty cool, pretty cool. And that brings us over here to the Williams McKinley Branch Courthouse, which is the current courthouse. Looks like they're doing a news story out here. So this is where I will end this vlog right here in downtown Eutaw. I'd like to thank everybody for tuning in to this vlog in this really nice historic city of Eutaw, the gateway to the Black Belt. If you guys made it this far, make sure you hit that like button. Also, if you're new to the channel, make sure you hit the subscribe button along with the notification bell. And once you tap that bell, make sure you select all. That way you get notified every time I drop a new vlog. With that in mind, good people, thanks again for tuning in, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace.